Hey, shalom, shalom. This is Dr. Nabia. How are you guys doing? So I wanted to come in here kind of impromptu, make a quick video because I'm shifting some things. So I wanted to talk a little bit about Hebrew and the language. And there were so many questions about it. There is so much to know about it, that this is God's chosen language. And it's also the language of the Bible. And in order for us to really gain understanding, we got to get understanding, right? So I just want to give you a little bit of background. So I've been studying Hebrew since 2004, and it's 2024 at the time of this video. So that tells you how long I've been doing this thing. So I've also taught it in a variety of ways. The last thing that God, and I'm going to work backwards, the last thing the Lord told me to do was teach them how to speak to me in Hebrew. That means that you don't have to read, you don't have to write. He wanted me to teach it the same way that you learned your mother tongue. So if it was Espanol, if it's Spanish, if it's from French, if you're from one of the countries in Africa, if you're in America and you spoke English, whatever that was, you learned how to speak that language and you didn't know how to write and you did not know how to read. So he wanted me to teach it that way. Plus, it is a strategic way to build intimacy. And then, just like a child that's learning how to read, eventually it's time to go to school and learn their alphabet. And I would always make fun and say, yeah, cat, C-A-T, cat, cat. And that's how he had me to teach them. And so also understanding that there's biblical Hebrew and then there's modern Hebrew. So here's the thing. Biblical Hebrew is a lot like the King James. Nobody speaks like that. Now, there are classes you can take so that you learn how to speak it, but God doesn't speak in the King James, does he? No. But he will speak to you in the language that you know. So if you're Arabic, he will speak to you in Arabic. He will speak to you in French or in Greek, whatever it is that you understand. But according to the Bible, Genesis chapter 11, it says, now the whole earth was of echad, one language. And so I don't want people to feel like, now I have to go study Hebrew. You don't have to. But I promise you this, if you did, you would understand things exactly as it was written. And so context is everything. Understanding is everything. And also, there are idioms in the Bible. I have a friend, he wants me to write a book on Hebraisms and idioms. I kind of started it, but I'm not sure. Let me know what you think. Because every culture has idioms. And if you don't understand the idiom, guess what? You're going to think that you're reading something and you understand it when you don't. Let me give you an example. It's not over till the fat lady sings. Go say that somewhere to somebody in Indonesia. They're going to be like, I don't hear anybody singing and I don't see any fat ladies. But that's not what that means, right? Or if somebody passes away and you say, oh, they kicked the bucket or they bought the farm. It's an idiom for someone dying. Can you literally kick a bucket? Yeah. Can you literally buy a farm? That's what I'm doing. But that's not what that means in context. So there's a lot of that in the Bible. And because we're not familiar with the culture and the language, we misinterpret the Bible more often than we think that we are. So, as the word says, in all you're getting, get understanding or get wisdom. And because wisdom is the principal thing, and that is what's going to lead us. So, I don't want anyone to feel as though they're going to be intimidated, because when you were learning how to speak the language you speak right now, you were not intimidated. You're just a child and you're listening to what people are saying and you're trying to get the word out. You're trying to sound just like them. Remember the first time you asked for juice? Yeah, you probably don't remember that, but I could tell you what you sounded like. Juice. That's exactly what you sounded like. So anyway, I don't want this to be a long video, but I just wanted to give you a little bit of background, and you can decide and pray, well, God, do I want to learn how to just speak to you, or do I want to learn how to read and write first? Which one would you like to do? Or do you want to learn all, reading, writing, and speaking? Now remember, if you're doing biblical Hebrew, nobody speaks like that anymore. And there's a lot of grammar that you have to learn so that it makes sense. And I love biblical Hebrew. They have there are terms in there called prophetic purpose. Can I clip that out? Prophetic perfect. The prophetic perfect. There's also, when you use certain words in a different context, it actually means to be, and then when you change it, it means to cause. And so imagine all the things that God has caused you to do because of that one word that he spoke over your life. Look where you are right now. Did he cause you by the wind of his word and the signature of his presence? Yeah, how'd you get there? All right, so shalom. Lahitraot, and I will see you on the next video. God bless. Mwah. And since it's Friday, I'm going to say Shabbat Shalom. Have a peaceful Sabbath, which happens at sundown. Don't ask me what time sundown is, because I would have to go on Google and find out. There's no 6 o'clock. It's whatever time the sun goes down in the area that you live. That is sundown. All right, beloved. Shabbat Shalom and Lahitraot.